Hey, I'm back. I just got home from a wedding and I really just wanted like a quick, cute read. I just finished Fourth Wing and I kind of just want like just something short, kind of like something kind of very different. So I picked up Shady Hollow. I kept saying I was gonna save it for a rainy day, but I'm in the mood for like this vibe now, so I'll just find another one for when it rains. But I'm excited for this one because it's basically all these animals that live in this little hollow, and they all live in harmony, all these different animals, until a frog turns up dead, or a toad. Yeah, a toad turns up dead and it threatens to upset the balance. So they have to solve this murder so that way none of the animals have to worry about. Honestly, it's kind of giving, is it Zootopia? Is that what it is? But anyway, they have to solve this so that way it doesn't upset the balance. So I'm really excited. It has the cutest little cover and it's been described as just really cozy, quirky characters, cozy crime stories, whimsical woodland murder mystery. Yeah, just a lot of good things that I'm sure I'm gonna love. So I'll let you know how it's going. So I'm still on the prologue and I can already tell I love the writing style. So first off, there's she, is it she? I don't know who the author is, but the author uses a lot of adjectives, which when I write, I'm very adjective heavy in my writing. So I love that. It's like very descriptive, but obviously not too much, but like in a whimsical way. And then a lot of the times the adjectives like have a little bit of alliteration to them, which helps like create this whimsical, almost musical quality to the writing, which is adding to the vibe so well. Like like I said, I'm still in the prologue and it's just describing what the life is like in this tiny little hollow, and it just sounds so happy and peaceful. Like I would love to live there, and it's just because of the writing style. It's so pleasant to read, and like I said, I'm still in the prologue, so I'll see how it kind of develops throughout the book, but I'm loving how it's starting. So they're referencing the Raven in this book a little bit. The bookstore is called Nevermore. She like called it that because she said, "Nevermore will this town have to live without entertainment." So that's like the reasoning, but it's called Nevermore. And then there's now a character named Lenore, and I think she's a bird. So we haven't been confirmed, but it says, someone says, "Lenore, are you here?" And it's a whisper of wings was the only sound as Lenore floated down from the rafters. So I'm guessing she's a bird. But I love those little sneaky references. It's just super fun. I'm in the car, reading, and now they're making a reference to Sherlock Holmes. This one's a bit more obvious than the Raven reference. But this one, they're seeing like how people solve murders, and it's talking about like she was deep into one of the classics, a story collection about a beloved detective whose method of deduction was highly scientific. And then like she wrote some notes, and it says, "Capital mistake to theorize before one has data. Gather data, then see what theory fits. And then eliminate impossible, whatever is left, however improbable, must be the truth," which is like Sherlock Holmes' whole philosophy. So I just like how there's like different references to different like classic books and stories in here. It makes it like kind of really fun. So Vera is the fox, and she has been working on solving this case, and she got a note saying, "If you want the scoop, meet me here, like under this tree at this time." So she tells her friend who's a bird, and her friend is like, "Oh my gosh, I'll go with you. Like, that's dangerous to go by yourself." So the bird is like circling the skies, seeing what's happening. Well, all of a sudden the bird's like, "Oh my gosh, get out of the way." And Vera like lunges out of the way because a huge boulder was like going right at her. So we think that like she was too close to like the truth, which would make sense because I am like almost 2/3 of the way done. It's a really short book. It only has like, let me look, 220, 219. Now on 132. So yeah, it's really good. It's really cute. It's kind of just like what it was described as, like really cozy. It's not super high stakes. I mean, I know she like, there's almost an attempted murder. There was an attempted murder on her, but it still feels like very chill. So super excited. We found out who the murderer was, and it's a sheep named Ruby, who we've kind of known this whole time. I did kind of think it was, at one point I thought to myself, like, oh, it's interesting that Ruby's a sheep and Vera's like a fox. Like, that's just a funny little like dynamic, like fox and the sheep. I don't know. So I think their animal, like the types of animals they are kind of supposed to refer to that. But I kind of was suspicious of her, but I also wasn't, like, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was like anyone else. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, it's her. But I kind of was like, oh, she's kind of, something's going on here. So right now she has Vera, she has a knife to her back, and I think she's gonna take her up a cliff to jump off. Or maybe, okay, so there's a house on a cliff, and she said that's gonna be your new home for a while. So I don't know if that means that she's literally just gonna live in that house. I assume she's just gonna like make her die, so that way she can't tell the police. But yeah, I'm on page 200, so I have 19 pages left, so I'll see what happens. The ending was really cute. So they had like a little bit of a fight, and then Ruby slipped in some mud and fell off the cliff, and Vera was trying to save her, but Ruby wouldn't let her save her and was just like kicked her loose and then fell over the cliff, which was a really sad ending. And it ended with Vera like finishing this new story she's been trying to write, and Orville asked her on a date, and so it ended with her like walking out the door to go on the date. So it was really cute. I really enjoyed it. It was super short, and I didn't really have a ton of thoughts about it just because it was like pretty straightforward, but it was a really enjoyable read. I would probably give it like either like a 3.8 or a flat, I'll say a 3.8. I don't think it was in the 4s for me. It was cute and I really enjoyed it, but there wasn't like a lot going on. Yeah, it was just pretty kind of vibes. So yeah, I'd give it a 3.8.